Hello art beaters, Becky here with a new video and I hope you enjoy. If you want to keep up to date on all things art beads, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel right now. Enjoy! We're going to be designing some jewelry with MIYUKI Tila beads and half Tila beads. Some of you wanted to see some inspiration with those, and I have been seeing those getting quite popular, and I think they're good for summer jewelry especially. They make really cool designs, especially when you layer them together, and we have some inspiration for them in our design studio, and we have lots of pretty colors. As you can see, I've got a sampling here today in all kinds of pretty colors, so that's what we're going to be doing today, a little live beading party. Super fun. So I can't wait to dive in because there's some really pretty Tilas and half Tila bead colors that you can use in your jewelry designs, and they are really I think they're trendy right now. I see them a lot in like simple stringing bracelets, simple stretch bracelets, simple beading jewelry wire bracelets, leather wrap bracelets I've seen them in. So I really wanted to play with them. I've got a couple ideas for using them in jewelry today. I've got a lot of good ideas for these. So first, let's take a look and see what Tila beads and half Tila beads actually are. Excuse me, I've got my morning coffee here and I'm jazzed, ready to go. So Tila beads are tile shaped beads. They're square beads and they are 2-hole beads. So you've got 2 stringing holes, and you can see by how I'm putting these eye pins in exactly how they work. So they're 2 holes, and those holes do run vertically. And the half Tila beads are rectangle shaped, and they are pretty much half the size of a regular Tila, and they are also 2 holes. So this is a half Tila. So you can see that they line up really nicely. They've got really nice clean edges, smooth surface. They're really nice together. So we have these in a lot of pretty colors. I'm not going to use these 2 colors together, but I was just showing you how you can string them. Hi Trish, good to see you. So really pretty. I have a lot of pretty colors here today. I'm really loving these bright colors. Those are really good for summer, and I have a few ideas. We do have some inspiration for Tilas and half Tilas in our design studio. I made this bracelet with Tila beads, so you can see their square shape. And I did 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 strands for this bracelet. And I kind of staggered the Tila beads with pearls and bicones, and there's some demi rounds in there too. And the way that they're staggered kind of joins all those strands together in a really nice way. So I really love the colors of this one and how it turned out. Hi Sharon from Florida. So really pretty. I love how that 2-hole Tila beads really joins up all those jewelry wire strands. And I used some soft flex jewelry wire and some blue colors to match my beads that I used. Hi Terry. And then this is what I was talking about. This is what I've seen a lot. Our strands like these are really trendy right now, just Tilas and half Tilas layered together. So I made a couple strands for this Helos bracelet set here. So the Helos are really cool clasps because you can add your strands into the clasp and kind of switch around the order, add in different strands, and then they all come together in this clasp. So I made a couple Tila and half Tila strands for this set. So this is a really popular look that you'll find with the Tila beads right now. I think this is a great summer look, and especially depending on what colors you use, you can make all kinds of pretty things. So really fun. Loving the look of Tila beads and half Tila beads. Hi Marisol, good to see you. I'm gonna catch up on your comments really quick. Lynn, hi from Kansas. Hi, Debbie from Michigan. Yeah, sounds like a lot of you have some Tila beads floating around in your stash. And a couple people did request these specifically for a beading party. So I hope that I'm able to inspire you. Hi, Shelly. You're not too late. We're just getting started. Hello, Nancy from White Plains. Good to see you. Hi, Nancy. Yay. Okay, so I have a couple ideas for these Tila beads. I think I do want to try maybe making a cord bracelet with them. I've seen some cord bracelets online that are really cute. Threading them onto Toho Amiette cord I think would be really pretty. I've also seen them strung onto really thin leather. I don't know if I have thin enough leather. I've got 0.5 millimeter leather here, so we can take a look and see if that works. But that's a really pretty look too. I've also seen them done in wrap bracelets where you use needle and thread to kind of weave them between two leather strands in a kind of wrap style bracelet. So that's something you can do with them too, and that makes a really cool look as well. I've also seen them, I shared a post from one of our art beaters this morning. She left a customer review where she kind of stitched them onto a hoop. I think that would be really cool looking. I want to maybe do some wire, add them to these square earring posts. These are new earring posts. I think they would work perfectly with these. Use some wire to just make a long dangling earring. I think that would be really pretty. All kinds of ideas I've got for these. And we also have cymbal findings that work with Tilas and half Tilas. So maybe we can play around with some of these cymbal findings. They're little findings that are made to work perfectly with the Tila beads. So cool. So there's a lot of different things we can do with these Tila beads. I'm kind of excited about these square earring posts. So I think I will start with those. Do we have quarter Tilas? Oh my gosh, no we do not. Those would be even skinnier than the half Tilas. But very interesting. I'd like to see those. Okay, so I really like these earring posts, and I think they would be really fun with some Tila beads. I'm digging this blue color. I have links to all of the components you see here today in the video description if you want to shop. I've got links to all of them. And like I said, some are on sale. That's kind of a pretty color to go with those too. I was thinking maybe even the blue, but I think I like this color a little better. So I think I'll stick with that one. And then let's add some half Tilas into the mix. I really like this brassy gold color. So we're going to go with that. So pretty. And Janice, you sent stars. Thank you so much, Janice, for the 100 stars. Hi, good to see you. So fun. I really like this gold color. So let's get started with that. So I was thinking of just making a long kind of just a long straight dangle with these to attach to the ear wire. And I've got some 24 gauge artistic wire here that I'm going to cut, and we will play around with that. So what are you guys working on this weekend? I'm doing my half Tila projects right now. Probably do some more cross stitching this weekend. But then I also have some peyote stitch projects that I want to keep going with as well. So maybe work on that. My spool kind of unraveled. That's okay. All right, so we've got some 24 gauge wire here, and I'm wondering if I should just fold the wire in half, cut it in half so I have two separate pieces of wire. It all depends on how I'm going to finish that bottom, and I'm thinking maybe I pulled some demi-round seed beads as well, just to use as little spacers. I'm thinking maybe we'll make a little loop at the bottom with some demi-rounds and then add our first Tila bead. Let's try that. So I've got these pretty gold demi-rounds. Hi, Leslie. So we'll see what that looks like. Marisol is finishing products for a wedding and filming a video for a jewelry premiere next week. That's very exciting, Marisol. Very cool. So I don't know exactly how many demi rounds I'll need at the bottom of my wire, but that should be 4. Should be a good number, but sometimes it's nice to have an odd number, so I'm just going to add one more. So we have 5 there at the end. There we go. And then I'm going to add a Tila bead onto both ends of the wire. I think these are going to be really cool, really modern. Okay, 5 is a good number. Really nice. Okay, that looks cool. Ooh, I'm liking this already. And then my plan is once I've got like the right pattern and length on here, I'm just going to coil those wire ends to the bottom of that square earring post. So I'm going to add one of these brassy half Tilas. And 24 gauge is like the perfect gauge for this. Okay, okay. You really can't go wrong with these Tilas. I just love how sleek they look, how they line up just perfectly. They make a really smooth design. So I'm going to alternate between that matte and shiny color. Those colors actually work really nicely together. So another brass. Oh, guys, I'm excited about this. I think these are going to be my new favorite pair of earrings. Hi, Susan from Georgia. So fun. I've been watching a lot of the Avengers shows on Disney Plus, so like WandaVision, and I just watched the first episode of Loki, and a lot of them are filmed in Georgia. Who knew? That's interesting. Or at least partially filmed in Georgia. They always have that Georgia logo at the end. I always watch to the end on those because you never know if there's going to be like a bonus scene at the end of the credits. Oh, this is really pretty. This would be a really beautiful bracelet as well in the same style as this one over here. But I'm going to keep going to make some long earring dangles. I think those would be really fun. Yeah, what shows are you guys watching? I just watched the new Loki last night. It was really good. And I binged, last week I binged Mayor of Easttown on HBO. Oh my gosh, that show was so good. It was kind of like a murder mystery whodunit, and it had so many cool twists. I had to like binge it all because I had to know like what was going on. It was so good. Oh, this is looking great. Ooh, Generations on HBO. I'll have to watch that one. HBO has some really good shows. Oh, The Good Doctor. There's some show that I watch that comes on right before. Oh, it's The Bachelor. That's the only way I've seen parts of The Good Doctor is because it comes on right after The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. So sometimes I catch The Good Doctor. Ooh, and I think I'm going to keep going because I love me some long earrings. Yeah, we do have, so we have Tila beads like the ones I'm using, and we also sell Checkmate's tile beads, and tile beads are going to be a little different. They are the same concept. They're square shaped beads with 2 holes, but they are a little bigger than the Tila beads and a little more puffy and rounded on the edges. So keep that in mind if you're shopping. Someone just brought up the good point that they didn't know there was a difference. These colors are really nice. Loving it. And you can use a wire straightener to straighten out your wire. My wire is a little curved right now, but I think once we get it on the earring and straighten it out, it'll be fine. Yeah, Nancy says she thought they were the same. No, there is a difference between the Checkmate's tile beads and the Tila beads. So keep that in mind. Just pay attention when you're shopping, whether it says tile or Tila, and whether it's check glass or MIYUKI. These are MIYUKI tile beads, and those are usually Japanese glass beads. Oh, these are so fun. So I think maybe I'll add just a little more because I think that's going to look really cool. Won't wire make the dangle too stiff? So I kind of I've noticed that in contemporary earrings, I've seen a lot more like industrial, sturdy looks. So I think for a contemporary design, I want these to be stiff and to kind of keep their shape. You could definitely use thread and then you would have a more fluid piece, but I'm thinking because of like that modern contemporary style, I want it to be a little more stiff. Yeah, the checkmates have more rounded edges. You certainly could use them together. It will just give you a different look. It's not going to be as smooth. What is the gold piece? Is it a spacer or is it a Tila bead? So the gold that I'm using between these Tila beads is a half Tila, a MIYUKI half Tila bead. So it is in the Tila family. It's just half the size of that regular size Tila bead. So you can make cool kind of spaced out looks. And I am using 24 gauge wire, Janice. So let's do one more of those shiny. Thank you. I think it's turning out very pretty too. And I'm not a stranger to long earrings, so I'm just going to add one more. Oh, a bracelet. Yeah, I'm going to do a bracelet next, I think, because I want to use that either the leather or the Toho Amiette cord, because I've seen some of these Tila beads on cord, and I haven't done that before, so that would be kind of fun, and I think that's a good summer idea, so maybe I'll do a little more colorful one for that. No problem, Nancy. It's good to ask these questions because, you know, some people don't know these things, and I kind of forget like what people know and what people don't know. So always good to ask questions. Okay, so I like this. Oh, that looks so pretty. Look at that. It kind of looks like ancient Egyptian, that is my jam for sure. I love ancient Egyptian jewelry and art. A choker. Oh my gosh, don't even tempt me with the idea of a choker. You know, I love chokers. So I'm going to attach that to, I'm just going to coil that wire to the bottom of that post frame. And these are new little post earrings with a square frame. I love them. And I just added little earring backs. So they're ready to wear. So let's coil these on. And then we can kind of adjust and straighten out as we go. I've been doing a lot of wire coiling and wrapping. I did some wire coiling and wrapping in yesterday's live video too. I was wrapping seed beads onto another earring finding that's new this week. We have lots of new earring findings this week if you're interested. And I want to make sure that I get close to the, let's see, I think I need to get that one out of the way for now. And then, I think I need to make sure that I'm close enough. I need some pliers. I don't do live videos daily, but we do them every Thursday for sure at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And I'd like to add in more of these beading party videos. And I do upload videos to YouTube. So make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. All right, so I'm going to bend this wire down so it's close to my beads. And that way I know what I'm doing with this coil here. I'm not the most sophisticated wire worker, so bear with me here. It's tricky, tricky, tricky. I think I've got it. And once I get this first one going, I think it'll be easier to do the next one because it will already be kind of positioned for my second piece. Okay, so that one is going good. But I do want it not right on the edge because the square is a little bit bigger than the Tila's. All right, let's get it it back through. Yeah, we do have lots of videos on our YouTube channel and in our design studio on the website, artbeads.com. So definitely check those out if you haven't already. And be careful, don't try not to bend your post as you're working with this wire. That's the only tricky part there. Okay. And I've seen online some people, this would probably be easier to finish with like a wrapped loop at the top or something like that. In fact, I might actually start over and do that. Kind of finish the top the same way I finished the bottom, so I can just jump ring it to the square. I think that'll be a little bit easier than what I'm attempting here. Learning process, always a learning process. So let's do that instead. Let's kind of make a loop at the top like we did down here, and that'll make our lives a little bit easier, I think. So I kind of got kinks in my wire here, so I'm just going to straighten it out a little with my pliers. So I'm just going to make a wrapped loop, I think, around this wire. I'm going to do kind of a messy wrapped loop here. So when you're using 2 wires to make your wrapped loop, it's a little different, but still doable. So I'm going to make my loop here. You also loop the earring finding to the double strand first, leaving the length of the wire for all the beads. Could you also loop the earring finding to the... Yeah, I could have started with that. That's a great point. Looping the wire to the earring post first and then adding the beads. That's a great idea. But I was just so excited to put those beads on there. So my solution for that is just making a wrapped loop at the top. And that is kind of working out great for the style that I'm going with here. But that is a great idea. If you kind of know what you're going for. Now that I've done it, I would probably start another one in that fashion. So let's trim up those wires. And I'm going to just keep going with that wrap just to make sure that that makes the wrap a little fuller. Kind of like the look of the messy wrap at the top of these beads, though. That looks kind of fun as well. And then that gives you a little more freedom. So let's say maybe I don't like these on the square post. I could add them as a pendant somewhere else. I could add it to a different ear wire. So that gives me a little more flexibility. And I'm just straightening this up, making sure it is a little straighter. Ooh, fun. So now I can add that to my earring. And this, so by using a jump ring to add it, that will give it some movement. but I've still got that kind of fun long dangle going. Let me see if I have a jump ring in my stash. Oh, I was sitting in my chair cross-legged, and now my foot's asleep. That's no good. I've got a whole drawer here full of jump rings. Okay. I am always doing that. I'm always sitting cross-legged in my chairs, and then my foot is falling asleep. So sometimes you just gotta adjust your seating position. All right, I do have some jump rings. Thank you, Jen. Yeah, they turned out really cute. They kind of look like ancient Egyptian to me. The colors I used are very ancient Egyptian. Really love this style. So let's open up these jump rings and then attach to the square. Super fun. Make sure my jump ring has a good close on it. It's a little uneven still. There we go. Okay, super fun. So those are super cute. And I may need to adjust the orientation of my wrapped loop so that this hangs correctly. But I'm loving that. That's super cute. Oh man, I really like this. Yeah, the jump ring and the loop gives it a little more movement. So that's really fun. I like how those turned out. Those are super cute. Cute. I love those. Cool. So I'll have to make another one. So I have a matching set there later, but I do want to maybe experiment with some string and some other colors. Maybe make a cute little summer cord bracelet. So that was a fun little first try. Super fun. Okay, so I definitely want to try either leather or the Amiette cord. And I'm thinking maybe some fun summer colors. When I was opening all these bags, I was really drawn to that color because it's a really nice coral and it has kind of this rainbow finish. That's very pretty. So I'm thinking that color. But what should we use with it? These gold ones would be really pretty. White for summer is a good choice. Ooh, yeah, and this one is another fun rainbow finish. Let's see, which full Tila beads should we use? I like this color. Ooh, yeah, okay, I really like that color with the coral. And should we add in another color? We've got 2 half Tila colors. We've got 1 full Tila color. So pretty. Maybe I stick with that. Those are pretty nice on their own. It's very important to adjust your position while working. Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh man, I didn't even think about that. Something darker. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe this color again? Ooh. Ooh. Or maybe this color. Not feeling that color. Or perhaps this one has like kind of an orange undertone, but I'm kind of liking all the bright colors. The bright colors are really happy and fun to me. So I think I'll stick with these and then we can kind of play around. So first things first, let's see if these actually fit on this leather. I'm not sure. It might be too thick. So, and I'm going to kind of cut the end at an angle because that does make it easier to get these through. Oh, it does fit. Okay. So let's go with that then. I've Got a knot in my leather. Yeah, I was thinking of this blue perhaps. That blue, ooh, that blue might work really nicely. I don't know if this is the leather color I want for these. This leather color might be better for the vibe I'm going for. So let's try that one. Okay, so we're gonna cut it at an angle because that helps. So you see I'm kind of creating like a pointed tip for my leather because that helps when you're stringing. And I'm gonna cut this leather in half because we do need 2 strands. Oh, you know what I should have grabbed for this is the like the silicone sliding closures. Those would be a really great way to finish these. Okay, so we've got that. Let's make sure that these are cut at an angle. And what I'm gonna do, so I want this to be a bracelet, so we need like, depending on how we finish these, I'm thinking like a sliding closure would be a good idea. So let's just make a shorter section of Tila's for this bracelet, and I will knot the ends together. And we can always change this if we decide against it. But then I have something to kind of stop my beads with. Okay, loving that color. Let's do some white. The white is a little bit more difficult to get the leather through. That's interesting. This could definitely vary depending on your bead finish, so it's good that we're trying this out because then you guys know. Let's get that point a little finer and you can kind of squeeze the ends. There, that helped. So those pointed ends really do help if you're using a leather like this is 0.5 millimeter leather. So that does help with when you're using beads that have stringing holes. Yeah, cut the leather ends to a point. That does help a lot. And then I'm going to add that pretty coral color in. Come on, you. Yeah, I always add extra leather because I end up trimming. Yeah, that's a good point. And you might have to even trim between like different beads. And if I had tweezers, which I do, that'll help tremendously because I can just see, you can kind of use the tweezers to pull them through. I've got just the end there poking through. Come on. We might have to switch to the amite cord for ease of use. Because this is really close. It went through that purple bead, no problem, but with these other beads, it's a little trickier. right there, so close. Okay, I'm gonna switch to the Amiette because this leather is giving me trouble. So I think the Amiette will be a little bit easier for us to work with. So let's go with that. And this is a nice neutral color of Amiette cord. We have lots of different cord colors in Toho Amiette, so definitely try that if you feel like it. All right, and I cut this one way longer than the first cord. Okay, so same principle applies. I'm gonna leave a long end and then just knot it and start adding. Okay, so let's do the same colors that we were doing. This is another good one where maybe cutting to a point is helpful. Yes, glue on the tip of the leather before I start and trim it. Yeah, that's a really good tip, Sandra. Adding glue to the tip of the leather would help to stiffen it and make it easier to get it through those ends. So that's a really good point. I think it would work if I kept going, but for time's sake, I just switched to Toho Amiette cord, and then I can kind of show you how to finish this with a little sliding knot. I think that'll be a fun closure. And the cord bracelets, I think, will be great for summer because you can wear them anywhere. All right, and then let's add that coral color. Glue would also be helpful here on these, on the Toho Amiette ends. I might end up using some glue because these tend to fray at the ends. So a little dab of super glue is a really great idea. Ooh, these colors are fun. Okay, let's add another white. Insta-needle works fantastic too. Oh, I've not heard of that. Super cute. Oh yay, Bonnie loves using Tila beads in all sizes in my projects. They make such pretty designs. They really do, and the colors are just so much fun. Oh, I really like these colors together. Those are super fun. Cute, cute. Let's add some demi-rounds in there. I think that'll be kind of fun to put some gold in there. We can also use those golden half Tilas if we so choose. But I kind of like the demi-rounds in there. Let's add one to the next strand and see what it looks like. Oh yeah, thread burner. Ooh, I kind of like those in there. Okay, that's cool. So I'm going to keep going with that fun little pattern of the Tila bead segment that I did first. I think that's cute. So we'll do another one of those. So then a white next, and a coral and a white. I really like that coral color. I think it's so fun and summery. Actually, I think I could throw in a little bit of that yellow in here too, and that would be really pretty, but I think I'm going to just stick with these colors that I have. Oh, I really like those Tila beads and or I like the Tila beads and I like the demi rounds with them. I think that adds a fun little texture. So I'm thinking we'll do like maybe 2 or 3 segments of this bead pattern and then finish up the ends. And then we'll have a cute little cord bracelet with some beads. Really cute summer design here. And summer is coming. It's just around the corner. I can't believe it. It doesn't feel like summer today because it's really rainy and gloomy here in the Pacific Northwest, but I think we have some warm days ahead. Cute, cute, cute. You guys have any fun summer plans? I don't have like anything like a camping trip or anything like concrete, but hopefully I get to do some hiking and maybe some more hanging out with friends now that people are getting vaccinated. I know that wasn't really a thing last summer. Maybe more beading parties on Facebook Live. That'd be nice. In the triple digits in Tucson. Marisol, oh my goodness. I hope you're staying inside and cool. 92 and humid in Illinois. Oh my goodness. Yeah, definitely not that hot here. It's probably in the 50s or 60s today. It is not warm at all here today, and it's raining. So good for our trees and our plants. That's why it's so green here. Yes, beading parties. Yay, we love beading parties. There, that's coming along really nicely. That's super cute. I really like this pattern. Okay, I'm going to do one more segment of Tila's and then I'm going to knot it and we will finish this cutie off with a sliding knot closure. Yes, sharing the rain down with you in Pacific County, Washington. Yep, Washington State, rainy, rainy. Sarah says it's 88 here in Mississippi. My goodness, hot down there in the south. 77 and cloudy and rain on the way. Sometimes it's nice to get a break from that sun with all the rain, especially when you're trying to keep your garden pretty. It helps. You don't have to water your garden when it rains. And now I need a coral color. Yeah, the Toho Ambient cord is going a lot faster than the leather, but I would encourage you to try the leather. You guys shared some great tips for using the leather, so I would definitely try that. And I'm going to cut the ends here because they're getting a little frayed, and that's why you leave your cord long when doing something like this. It helps when you need to cut the ends to make a nice point. But we are almost done adding beads here. Oh my gosh, Sandra, we've had rain almost each day for the past weeks. I'm over it. Oh no, that sucks when you get kind of in like that just rainy pattern forever. Where's the sun? We do need sun sometimes. Yeah, there's lots of pretty ambient colors to choose from. That's the nice thing. Please repeat what you put on your pliers. The plier, I'm using Tronex cutters. And I was just using those to cut the tips of the cord at an angle. I also have, I don't know what exactly you're referring to, but I do have these little little covers on my pliers. They're from Bead. They're like little fashion grips. They just make your, gives you a better grip on your tools, more comfortable, and also helps like if you're at an in real life beading party and everybody has their tools, then you know which ones are yours. So those are pretty helpful. Okay, super cute little bead segment here. I'm just gonna knot at the end of my beads. Oh, my stomach's growling. I need some breakfast. Made the mistake of not eating before the beading party, but I guess I'm working up my appetite while I'm beading. What size Amiette cord are you using? Where's my spool of cord here? Let's take a look. I think it's just, Toho Amiette cord comes in a standard size. They do make a finer one that's a little smaller. I'm not exactly sure what the size is for this guy, but all of the Amiettes are the same size unless it says fine, then it's thinner. So all of our Amiette cords will work with the Tila beads because the standard size works and they're all the same size except for the fine size. Those are a little bit finer, as the name implies. Okay, super cute. So I've got this cute little bracelet. Look how sweet that is. So you could, because the Toho Amiette comes on a spool, you could buy up a bunch of fun Tila and half Tila colors, buy some fun cord colors, and just make stacks and stacks of Tila bead bracelets. I really like how this one turned out. This is super cute summer look. So what I would do to finish this, and we just put some really cute cord bracelets in the design studio. So I'm going to knot these cords a little long so I have excess to make a sliding knot closure, and I will show you how to do that. And it's been a couple weeks since I've done that, so we'll see if I can still do the sliding knot closure, but it's pretty easy if you don't know how to do it. So it's easy to pick up, and I do have a video on our YouTube channel for how to do that sliding knot closure and how to do other fun cord techniques like square knot, herringbone weave, diagonal weave. They're all there for you. So just knot the ends, and that is a good amount to make a sliding bracelet closure. They overlap, so you want to make sure that those ends will overlap so you can get a sliding knot closure on there. And sometimes you can just knot and then trim the ends and then use a thread burner to keep it secure. You can add a bead and then knot again. That's kind of a cute little detail, so I think I'll do that. Let's see if I can fit a demi round or two over both thread ends. Let's see if that works. Oh yeah, it does. Yay! So let's do 3 to keep consistent with our bead pattern. Da, 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 da. I think I've got it over both ends. Yep. I think 3 will be too long, so I'll just do 2. In we go. There. And that's a cute little finishing touch on the end of our bracelet. So let's do that on the other side. I'm going to trim these so they're a little cleaner. Oh yeah, that's a nice clean cut. Make it easier to get over both ends. There we go. Let's knot these. Make sure you get the knot nice and close to the beads. Just kind of keep pushing it down towards those. Pull tight. Okay, and again, you would probably want to use a thread burner or add some glue to keep those knots really secure. And so then what you can do from here is make a sliding knot closure. So what you're gonna do, let's see if I have, these are not long enough. So I'm gonna cut a piece of amite cord that's about like 12, 16 inches long. That's a good length. And then you want these guys to overlap. And what you're gonna do is do like a 3-inch tail of the cord and fold that over. Overlap the ends of your bracelets here. And then pinch that folded tail next to the overlapped ends of your cord. And then take that long section of your thread and wrap it around the overlapped ends and that tail of cord. And do that at least 5 or 6 times. Da, 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 da. Keep going, keep going. Ah, thank you, Jen. Jen says the Toho amite cord is 0.5 millimeter, but can be manipulated due to the nature of the material. Yeah, you could macrame over the cords. You could make a square knot closure. That would be a nice closure as well. But this little sliding knot is pretty simple. Okay, that's plenty of loops. And then what you're going to do is bring that end of cord through all the loops you just made. Make sure you get it through them all. I've got this big one here on the end. And then make sure your overlapping ends are in there. And then you kind of just pull, pull, pull on both ends of your cords to get it going here. And make sure it doesn't, your ends of your bracelet don't slip out. And it looks crazy as you're doing it, but just keep going. And I think I did a misstep somewhere because it's just kind of knotting. It's not snugging up like it should. So I think I went through a loop that I wasn't supposed to, or got crazy with my knot, with my looping. So, but I'm just going to keep pulling and see what happens, because it is, in theory, it's doing what it's supposed to, but I think I got tangled somewhere along the lines. Oh no, of course, on a live video. I did one a couple weeks ago and it came out perfect and smooth, and today it's just not cooperating. But check out our video for how to do it, because I do it correctly in that video, and we've got instructions for how to do that as well. But in theory, you would get a cute little sliding knot that's nice and clean. And you could do like a square knot sliding closure for a macrame kind of look. And that'd be super cute. But I love the colors that we've got going here on the front. And there's other ways you could finish this. You could use one of those sliding grommet closures if you don't want to fiddle around with knots or macrame. We've got really cool findings that have a silicone lined grommet, so you can add one end of your cord through one side and then add the other end of the cord through the other side, and you've got a nice little sliding closure. I've also seen people use crimp tubes in a similar fashion as a sliding closure. We've definitely done that on a couple bracelet designs that we have seed beads at the front. Yeah, I went somewhere wrong. So like, I've got the sliding closure is there, but for some reason I have this big loop on the end that won't go away. So we'll have to redo that one, but the idea is there. Always something has to go a little askew during a live video, right? Okay, so we've made earrings, a sliding bracelet that's super cute. I really love the colors of that. Should we do one more little project before we go? I did want to show these. I think these are really fun and would make cute little earring designs. These are the CYMBAL findings that work with the Tila beads, and we also have little bead substitutes that the Cymbal Findings make that work alongside the Tila beads as well. So all kinds of different things you can do with that. For these, you would probably want a needle and thread to weave through. And I've got some 1G thread here. So let's see where my thread end is. I don't know where the end of this thread is. I don't think I've ever used this thread actually. So I can't tell where the end is. Oh, there it is. Come on. Hi, Tina. Good to see you. So I love the Cymbal Findings because they work so perfectly. The stringing holes and everything line up with the size and shape of the Tila and half Tila beads. And they provide some really nice finishing touches. So this one has a loop, so you can easily add an ear wire or a clasp. Super fun. So let's cut a length of thread there. I've got about 3 feet. And then we'll get a needle going. That needle is all squished. That's no good. Let's get a needle that doesn't have a squished eye. And see if we can thread it on camera. And that's always the nerve-wracking part. There we go. Did it? Okay, so let's figure out what colors we want to use with these. These are super fun. I kind of like this red color, but I think that this blue would be really nice too, but we kind of already used the blue. But this one is a fun one too. This shiny berry color. Maybe we try that one. So let's see how we want to start this. So you can see it fits in there perfectly. So I'm thinking to start, we'll probably just want to weave with our beads first. And I'm thinking just a little pair of earrings would be fun. So let's kind of think this through. And what's another color we can use? Maybe white? White would be pretty. So we've got room for a row of 3. So let's do 3 here. Catching up on comments. Yeah, 0.5 millimeter on that Amiette thread. Thank you guys so much for your help on that. And let's just go through the second hole here. And I'm going to leave a tail, but I'm actually going to come back around. And I'm going to do kind of a checkered pattern with this. And I'm just using the Tila beads. You could certainly use like seed beads or demi-rounds to make a little picot edge on the edges of these beads if you didn't want the sides to be plain or you didn't want the thread to show. But I'm just going to do what I'm doing here. Checkered pattern, so now we'll need 2 white and 1 of the berry color. Jumping beads, there we go. Blue would be pretty. So let's see here. So I want these all to kind of form up nicely. So I am going to come back through that top hole in the last row. Make sure I get through all of the beads. What size are the demi rounds? The demi rounds I have on my tray today are 8/0. So this is kind of like a ladder stitch that I'm doing here to get these beads all lined up. There we go. Cute. All right. And then another row of the red, white, and red. Where'd those white ones go that I was using? There we go. Go back through that top stringing hole in the last row. And then come up through the first stringing hole in the current row. I really like this cute little checkerboard pattern. This would be cute to do with black and white Tila beads, make like a chess themed piece if you're into chess. Thank you, Deanna. Just kind of playing around. I wasn't really sure where I was going with this, but it's turning out to be pretty cute. All right, and then these, I think I'm just going to make like cute little short earrings. So I think I'm going to actually add in my symbol finding now. So I'm going to come through this guy. We'll put a red one in there so we're ready. Come through. Go back down through that top row. Cute. And go through there. And these, the stringing holes line up really well. So it was really add to, oh my gosh, an ant charm with red, white checkers, like a picnic blanket. Oh my goodness, that'd be so cute. What a cute idea. You could make a little beaded ant. That'd be cute. The stringing holes line up really nicely on these findings and Tila's. So there we have it. We've got this cute little, just cute little, ooh, these are really fun. I actually really like those. So I'm just going to kind of weave back through all of these rows I've created just to reinforce. And then I can weave my thread back through and kind of trim it up. And I'll probably, let's see here. Probably knot my thread somewhere because this pattern is so, it's just really straightforward back and forth. I think I'm going to need to knot my thread somewhere in here to really secure it. But super sweet. I love this. And you can use any colors you like. So there's really all kinds of different things you can do with these Tila's and half Tila beads. Just so much fun you can have with them. Isn't that cute? I really like how that turned out. It kind of looks like a quilt or something. So I think what I'm going to do for these, I've got some earrings here. Maybe add a little ear wire to the top and make some cute little Tila bead earrings. Yeah, just a little ear wire at the top would be really sweet on those. So that's fun. So you can see we've made all kinds of fun things. We made this cute little cord bracelet. I've got to redo my sliding knot closure here. I ran into a snag somewhere there, but the bead pattern is super cute. And we also made these super cute little earrings with some wire and some Tilas and half Tilas. So all kinds of fun ideas for you today during our little beading party. So I hope that inspires you to use our Tilas and half Tilas. I've got links to everything you see here in the video description. Thank you so much for spending a little time with me this Friday during our beading party. And I hope that you have a wonderful weekend and you're able to create some more beautiful things. And if you do, please share with us. We love seeing what you make, so you can share with us in our Facebook group for Serious Art Beaters. You can leave a product review. We love seeing what you guys make. So thank you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful weekend. Bye! Have a great day!